I'm back! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a little bit of a story sort of video. I haven't done one of these before, but I remember in my really itchy nose, in my, I think it was I dye my hair pink video. I can't remember which video, but I know in one of my last few videos I mentioned having a it was in the TMI tag, that's right. When I was answering this question, I mentioned that I had had a bad paranormal experience, and I said if any of you guys wanted to see a story on it, I would be more than happy to post one. And a couple of you guys did say post your paranormal experience story, so that's what I'm doing today. I am posting my bad paranormal experience story. I've never done a story sort of video. Usually I will be doing something instead of just like talking and telling a story. But I hope you guys liked the video, and I'm apologizing in advance for looking so pale. One, it's winter in Australia, so I actually am pretty pale. And two, my lights, professional lights for that I use in my videos broke, so I am getting new ones. So basically I'm just using my window light, and it is very bright today. Like the sky, I can't even look at it without going like Asian. That's not even racist, like I'm not even kidding. I also wanted to apologize for being so MIA on YouTube. I feel like I'm always doing this and always saying this, but the past month has been absolutely crazy at uni. It was the last month of semester, and I literally had assignment after assignment after assignment after quiz after quiz after quiz. So that's why I've been MIA, but good news is that I finished my first semester of university. I now have 7 weeks off, which means I can post lots more videos and get back on this thing that they call the YouTube that I have been missing like crazy. So I'm welcoming myself back to the world of YouTube that I love so much. Alright, so enough of me rambling and all that stuff. Let's get on to the story. So I'll just give you a brief history on my experiences with paranormal things before this particular event happened. If you are scared of ghosts, then probably don't listen to this story because it might freak you out, and I don't want to be the one to blame for your newfound fear of ghosts or your nightmares, and yeah. So I never used to believe in ghosts. I would always be like, there's no such thing as ghosts, I don't believe in them. And I remember I was in grade 8 and my friend came to me and she was talking about Ouija boards, and I was like, what's a Ouija board? Like, never heard of it, had no idea what it was. She explained to me what it was. If you guys don't know what they are, I will post some sort of photo somewhere here. Basically it's just a board, and it's got a bunch of numbers and letters and words on it, and you talk to spirits through this board. Now, when she told me that, I was like, that's the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. You can't talk to spirits. One, there's no such thing, and two, even if there was, you can't talk to them through a wooden board. And so I was like, that's absolute bullshit. And she was like, no, I'm serious. I made one. I contacted this spirit. It was really crazy. There were pots and pans banging in my house. Blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay then, prove it. Like, let's make one. She was like, alright, let's make one. I made one, and I did contact a spirit. And if you guys don't want to believe this story, that's fine. I don't really care if you believe it or not. I thought I'd just share it with you anyway. But don't leave comments being like, oh, I don't believe in ghosts, blah, 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 because that's your opinion. Everyone has the right to their own opinion. This is mine, and this is what happened to me. Believe it or not. So I made quite a few Ouija boards, and sometimes they would work, sometimes they wouldn't. I mean, it depends where you do it, if the house is haunted or whatever. I actually had a spirit in my old house called Nicole. But I contacted quite a few spirits at a few different locations, and you know, nothing bad ever happened. It was kind of fun and thrilling and all that sort of stuff. If you do want to know how to use a Ouija board, just look it up, and you can buy them online, but we made our own. I would not recommend making one though, because I had a really bad experience and I haven't made one since. So then, like a year later, after I'd made heaps and never had a bad experience, it was all good, I was at my friend's house with the girl that introduced me to what Ouija boards were, and one other girl whose house it was. Now, the girl whose house it was is a black belt karate girl, and myself and the other girl who introduced me to the whole Ouija board thing, we're quite small, and we're a bit wussy. We were like 14, but we were really scared. And the black belt girl, I'm not gonna say names, but she made us feel safe, and she was really tough, and you know, we felt safe. So in her house, she had like a couple of levels, and the attic was up the top, as an attic would be. And so we were like, let's make a Ouija board, let's do it, let's contact a spirit, and got all excited. Went into the attic, and we had this wooden board which we had made. I actually brought it into the house. Before we started making the board, basically you need a wine glass to put your fingertips on or hover your fingertips over to contact the spirit. And the girl whose house it was, her parents are divorced and her mum lives there. And she said to us before we made it, she was like, do not smash this wine glass. This is my mum's only wine glass. It was like her mum's wine glass. It was like some special fucking piece of glass. And we were like, no, we're not gonna break it. Like, it'll be fine. Don't worry, we'll be really careful. So we started making this Ouija board. All the lights were off. We had a candle. We had the wine glass. Everything was going okay. Contacted this little boy spirit. Then the girl whose house it was got called downstairs because her mum was like preparing dinner or whatever. So she left the attic, and basically there was like a ladder that you climb down or up to get to the attic, and there's one bed in there. In the middle of the attic there's like curtains, but not curtains, like kind of as if sheets had been hung and pegged, I don't know. And then on the other side of that, the other side, like the other half of the attic, was just storage boxes. They just moved here from South Africa. So then she left the room, and we were like, we don't want to continue talking to the spirit because she kind of made us feel safe, I guess. And we freaked out, and we were like, we're not going to do this anymore. Apparently, if you don't say goodbye to the spirit and then the spirit says goodbye back, the spirit has control over the room and over you. I guess, I don't know if it's temporary or permanent. I don't really know much about like the rules of it, but we didn't say goodbye. And I didn't really think that not saying goodbye would make such a difference or affect it in any sort of way. But basically we didn't say goodbye. We could see the Ouija board because it was lit up with a candle, and we literally grabbed the blankets and we were like holding them up to us and staring at this board, and we were like, we're not gonna make this anymore. I couldn't tell this story for like 2 years after it happened, because every time I told it I would start crying because it scarred me for life. And then we heard this like blow, like as if like, you know, like obviously if someone blows. And as we heard that sound, the candle went out, and we were just like, holy shit, that wasn't us. We didn't blow the candle out. There's no wind obviously because we're in a room and all the windows and doors are closed. What the hell just happened? So we started screaming for our friend who was just downstairs. I actually started crying because we were freaking out so much, because we were like, what is going on? We're stuck in this room with a spirit. Like, this is a reality. Like, we need to like think and try get her up here. So next we heard this massive smash, and we were like, what the hell was that? Like, what smashed? Blah, 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 blah. And we realized the only thing in the room that could have smashed and made that sound was the wine glass. So by this point, we were both crying. We were literally like holding each other and embracing, because we were like, we could die right now. Even though you can't die from spirits, but we were just really, really scared. And eventually our friend who was downstairs heard us and came up. She turned the light on and she screamed at us, and she was like, you broke my mom's last wine glass. She's gonna be so angry. Like, what the hell? You're gonna have to buy a new one. She literally went psycho. And we're like, it wasn't us, it was a spirit. And I'm not even kidding when I say this. Like, I swear to God, even though I'm not that religious, the wine glass was literally shattered in a million pieces in the like far corner of the room, so like on our right side. And the bed was up against the wall, and then literally like 3 meters away was the corner of the room, and the wine glass was literally on the floor in a million pieces. So my friend went absolutely crazy, and we're like, promise you it wasn't us, it was a spirit. Like, please believe us, you know we contacted a spirit before. Everything went bad, the candle went out, we told her everything that happened, and we were crying, and she obviously saw that we were distraught and really stressed out. So she did believe us, but originally she was pretty angry. Her mom found out that I brought this Ouija board into their house, and she got really, really angry, and she was like, you have to get rid of it. She chucked it out. And I pretty much have not made one since. I guess I learnt my lesson with that experience. Before, when I was making them, my mum always said to me, like, don't mess with the unknown, don't mess with stuff that, you know, you don't know the power of it. I like laughed it off. I was like, that's funny, like whatever, I can do what I want. I was going through my little rebellious stage, I guess you could say. And I definitely learnt my lesson not to mess with that sort of stuff, because it can go extremely wrong. It's really scary, and to be honest, it has left me mentally scarred for life, because I now have to sleep with the passage light on and my door half open, or like kind of a little bit open, because I'm petrified if I am alone in the dark. I am completely petrified because I think a spirit is going to hurt me. And you can laugh at that, you can think that's stupid. If you don't believe in ghosts, you're probably like, huh, you're scared of nothing, like, you're such a baby, like, you're scared of something that doesn't exist. Well, that was my experience with it, and it actually has impacted me in the long term. Even though it's been 5 years now since it happened, I still think about that experience and it makes me really scared. Haven't touched a Ouija board since, definitely wouldn't recommend it if you're thinking of doing one. Please, like, do it at your own risk because that's what happened to me and I thought I'd share that little story with you. This video is getting extremely long for a little short story that I could tell in probably 60 seconds. Hope you guys liked that little story. Let me know down below if you guys like these sort of videos, if you want to see more stories and stuff, because I've got some funny stories that have happened to me in my life. Had a pretty interesting life. What is life? I have another really great combination of stories that involve my experiences with animals, because I've had really bad experiences with animals, like the most random animals as well. So that's my next idea if I were to do another story. But if you have also had any personal experiences, then I would love to hear about them, but kind of not as well because I feel like it will make me more scared. But if you do want to share, feel free to put them down below and I'll try read them and not freak the fuck out. So I hope you guys are doing really well and I will see you guys in my next one. Also, thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. This is cray. And I will see all of you beautiful individuals. What is this? In my next video. Bye! Oh fuck, what was that behind me? Ah, just kidding. Ah, my feet are sore. Ah! Holy shit. Do you want to see how fashionable I am today? Alright. Flannelette plaid or plaid? Is it plaid or plaid? Plaid shirt. Plaid shirt! Hippie pants. That's what YouTubers do. We wear really baggy, comfortable pants and then we look nice up top. Except this is really casual as well. Really not dressing up for you guys today. I do apologize in advance. I said I have hair in my mouth. What is with my hair in my face and mouth and nose? I guess that's on your face too. My dog is going cray. Okay, she's gone. I look so unattractive when I blow kisses. You know how people who have like really pouty lips and they blow a kiss and it's like sexy? If I do it, it just looks stupid. I'm just like, it's like, sorry, but you don't have any lips. You can't blow kisses. I have a hair, like, that was better. Oh, now my nose is itchy. Got the iPhone 5S. I moved up in the world because my last phone was completely shattered at the front and the back. And I got shards of glass on my finger whenever I held it. So, I got this bad boy.